That's where I go, mate. I mean, I hope not. I hope you don't, you know.
This is the Escape Podcast for Star Wars The Old Republic. Today we'll talk about Game Update 5.6.1 and start our class stories on Tatooine. This broadcast astromech is EPC 223. And playing alongside me is Seema. Hi Seema, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great. We just finished up MFN for this week, and it was a pretty epic one. We went and did the Eyeless, and we used a strat, which is my favorite strat, which is where the tank runs around in a giant circle, never stopping, and then everyone else just stands in the middle. And we never get the poison, and we rarely even get the purple circle, so it's like brilliant. I love that. And we had 4 healers, so basically I could just run around and play. And I brought my Sage too, so I've decided that my Sage and my Sork are going to be, one of them are going to be my next tune to CXP 300, and then that will be my second class, so I'm looking forward to that. So I brought her tonight for MFN, and then we went and did part of Explosive Conflict after we did the Eyeless. We did very well, except for we had the amazing evading trash. So we had that trash pull before the tanks that one in the little like burned out village where the crafting materials treasure chest is.
Mm-hmm.
We would get them almost all down, and then they would all pop back, evade and reset. So it was like the never-ending trash. And finally, we just ran past it and ran all the way to the door to the 2 tanks encounter, and then they evaded again and
Right.
dropped out of combat. So
just let them evade.
And we did we had 16 people or 15 or 16 people, so that the tanks in that are not, it's not that trivial with that many people just because it's crowded, especially for the people that are on the ground. But we got through that, and which I was glad for. And then we got 1 pull in on the minefield, and we actually would have done okay on that, I think, but we just made a couple mistakes. We would have done it fine, another pull, but it was time to do a podcast at that point, so we came here.
Yes, we did.
And then last week for our raid night, we actually went and did Copero instead, master mode, and we kind of ran out of time. So when we were almost done with the flashpoint, we had 1 more boss left to do. We decided to call it, and by we I mean everyone except Max. Max stayed behind, and he actually soloed the rest of it. So the last boss, it took you what, 15 minutes to kill him?
Yeah, I'll tell that story, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, stealing thunder.
No. I'll tell the details, but yeah, that's it was interesting.
Oh, and I've been having fun with, I mean, fun's not the right word, but with the gifts, because I bought a lot of gifts, and so I've been getting as many companions up to influence 50 as I can. I did splurge on 1 character and buy the 3 ranks of the thing that speeds up the gift giving.
Oh, really?
It makes a huge difference. It really, I mean, I'm not sure if it's worth the credits, but it is a lot faster. I mean, it doesn't seem like when you just look at the numbers, it's going to make that big of a deal. But when I went back to another character that didn't have it, oh my gosh, what a difference.
Yeah, I didn't like that because I didn't like that it's a pretty big investment for something you'll use pretty much
one time. Yeah, I agree.
I think
that's why I
too
say
much.
Sure, it's worth it.
Too much for what it gives you, and because it's really annoying to not have it, but really expensive. So I think they're sort of robbing us on that one a little bit.
I feel the same way about the one where you get more influence per gift too, but I still buy that one. But yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty cheap. So.
Yeah. So yeah, that was sort of my week mostly. How about you, Max?
So that Copero hard mode flashpoint was pretty interesting. I skipped so we did the second boss, and then there's the optional boss, and then there's the tunnel. You start to go to the outside area So I was just goofing around, seeing if I could run through the trash. And then I realized, well, I've got a 50 influence companion. I could just kill this trash. So for fun, I just started killing trash, and I wanted to see, how far I could get. I got to the last boss. I cleared all the trash. I cleared the little fake puzzles, which I think could be a little bit more puzzly than they are. But got to the boss, and I figured, oh, I'm here. Might as well just shoot him. So I did,
Yeah.
and I just started kiting him around the room and didn't stop. I had a 50 influence Darth Hexid on heals, and as long as you don't stand in his Master Strike, he doesn't do a lot of he does a couple telegraphed ranged attacks, and he does the whirlwinds, but there's not a bunch of trash spawning. So the first two bosses, there's just a ton of trash, and it makes it really hard. You can't avoid the trash.
Right.
You can't, all the trash will kill your healer because there's like all these snipers spawning, and or all like the droids in the first round. It's a lot to manage. It's hard. It's it's master mode. But I soloed that whole last third of that instance and the boss. I got so remember the 230 augments are dropping, so I got myself an augment because I didn't get one off the first couple bosses, and I forgot. I should have just pulled you guys in because I got one of those crafting materials for finishing it as well. I didn't realize that till like a day or two later when I found it in my inventory. I got the 236 augment crafting material, the cheaper one, but it was still. I put it on the auction house, the Galactic Market, for like 1.2 million credits. So definitely worth doing. And we got those 230 augments off of every single boss. We got one, which are valuable as well. So it was interesting. So you certainly can't solo any of the other bosses, but you can solo that one. So that was fun. Eyeless is certainly fun. I was the tank, so I was the one running around trying to stay out of his reach. As long as you stay just out of his reach and he never stops, then he won't do the purple circle and summon the ads. We still got a few summons of the ads because you have to be like running in a circle, and he keeps shortcutting and catching up to you once in a while, but mostly not. So that was pretty fun. And Explosive Conflict is awesome. The best part of Explosive Conflict is Kefis at the end, and unfortunately we didn't get to that, but I do like Explosive Conflict.
I do too.
I did push a bunch of my companions to Influence 50. I didn't do all that many. I did a handful of them, and I did buy a whole bunch of the gifts because we thought in today's update that it would be fixed and those gift prices would be corrected. They were supposed to be, but I have reports, and I have not confirmed myself yet, but we have reports that those cheap gifts still exist. So any of the companions which take either Imperial memorabilia or cultural artifacts or courting gifts, which is hardly any, those companions can now, you can still get some of those gifts if you want to get them cheaply and by cheaply we mean like 1 million credits, but cheaply to Influence 50. So yeah, it was still a fun week. Let me move us along into the news.
Now an Imperial News Network report.
Please allow myself to introduce myself. All right. First up in the news, Tim's on. Tim was around. I call him Tim. Me and Tim go way back.
You guys are tight.
Yeah,
right?
we are tight. So Tim did an interview with the dev team. They did a little bit of a stream. There are recordings of that floating around. There was a write-up on Reddit which had some of the key interesting tidbits that Tim talked about. Mostly it was Q&A about the story of what's going on in Comparo and what's up with the Chiss, and is this now, how closely does this relate to what's Legends versus now what's hopefully going to get more into the canon? Is this the Chiss homeworld? Blah, 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 blah. Some really cool details there. And this brought up an idea that you mentioned, Seema, which was Tim Zahn's a big deal, right? So yeah, what's up
I
with
mean,
that?
especially people who read Star Wars books. I mean, he's like one of the biggest names. And I was just thinking, I was kind of surprised that they didn't put more hype around this as a draw for this release. Yeah, so I wish, yeah, they could have benefited, from hyping the Timothy Zahn connection more. I'm also was happy to see that he wants to do more work with SWTOR, so that's cool.
That is cool. I would like to see that. He's certainly written some really good books. I think he's got a good grasp of lore and canon and all of that. Plus, is a fun writer. I would love to see, and obviously he's got some specialty with the Chiss, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah, due to his connection to Mr. Thrawn.
Yes, yes. Who is now canon? Thrawn is now canon because
Yeah.
he showed up in the animated series, the Star Wars Rebels or Star Wars,
Yep.
yeah, whatever that one is.
Let's see. So also in the news, Conquest still broken. I think by broken they mean that some people are not getting the right rewards,
Yeah,
and so they're trying to fix it. It sounds like it's one of those things that they are doing a little bit of like software whack-a-mole, like they think they fixed it, but the problems ekes out somewhere else. So they're still working on it, and they're working on the ranked PvP rewards, still also being fixed.
yeah. So a couple things just continue to be broken about Conquest, and it's not all the same things either. So I don't know what their deal is with Conquest. I heard this week also that the Conquest balance, the totals didn't even reset. So if you finished last week with
Right.
25,000 Conquest points, that now you have 25,000 still. So that's a bunch of weirdness with Conquest. I don't know why that's problematic for them. Also in the news, there's supposedly some Star Wars movie starting up pretty soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing big though.
So Last Jedi, there's a post on the forums from the development team. Maybe it was Eric posted it or
Yeah,
something.
I think it was Eric.
Don't spoil. Don't be a spoiler person. Don't spoil things. Don't put spoilers in general. I'm probably going to just have general chat off because I am not going to see the movie on launch day because I'm waiting for my older kids to get back from college. They'll be back in a few days, so I might take a few days to a week to see it. So don't spoil it. Don't spoil it, you spoilery people.
Yeah. Also, hey, Life Day started, which means it basically means throwing snowballs.
Yes.
So we were doing that throughout in MFN. Um, by throwing snowballs, if you throw snowballs at someone or an NPC or your own companion, if you can run fast enough, there's a chance you'll get a snow-covered parcel, which is currency, and that you can then spend at the vendor. There's also special robots on Nar Shaddaa, and we might talk more about this as we get more into the holiday, but that you can go and get even more snow-covered parcels from. Yeah. I think I've bought everything you can buy, but I have to go look at the vendor and see if there's anything new.
Yeah, I think I have one of everything, but there's a bunch of decorations, so you could get multiples of the decorations,
Yes.
which is kind of fun.
That's true.
A trick to throwing snowballs at your companion. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing over here. If you stand like up the stairs or up on top of something,
Yeah.
you can get far enough away from your companion. You could throw a snowball at them.
Yes.
I just got 2 parcels in a row. Also, we have a bunch of patch notes. So 5.6.1 has dropped. Nothing all that exciting in the patch notes. A couple interesting things in 5.6.1 which we will talk about as we start our class playthrough here on Tatooine. But what about guild news?
Yes, guild news. We do have guild news. Oh, MFN next week will be on the imp side. Next week being December 19th. And then the following week, December 26th, will be on break. So no MFN on the day after Christmas, but we will have MFN in the week that's coming.
Excellent. And as always, thank you very much to the chat room. We've got a pretty good crew in there tonight. They always help us out with answering questions and setting us straight, amusing us in the pre-show and post-show, and helping us out with our audio levels and things like that. So thank you to all of you in the chat room. I will talk to you after. And I think with that, are you ready, Seema?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you bring us up to date? What's been going on in the land of Zashi, the Zash Club?
Well, first and foremost, I have to tell you why I changed my costume. This is my costume for Tatooine, because remember, my costume for Nar Shaddaa was blending in with all this, the ne'er-do-wells there.
Yeah.
This is the armor set that you could get on Tatooine in the original Rackle event. It's called the Republic. What's it called? Republic Containment Officer gear.
Yeah.
And it I couldn't find the bracers, but that's okay. I have them on some character somewhere or in somebody's cargo hold. But yeah. So that's why I look like kind of like a trooper.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That was the Chevin event, right?
Nope, it was
that
Rackle event.
Rackle? What was
a
Chevin?
ship.
Was that Gree?
Chevin was
that
like that
pre-Gree.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a race that came after the Rackle, but the Rackle one was that there was a ship that had crashed on Tatooine, and you had to go back every day, and you would get like one more daily, I think it was, and as you earned enough, you could get the one piece of this armor set, and by the end, you basically could have all the pieces,
Right.
provided that you started early enough. If you didn't realize and started too late, then you would only get like 3 pieces or
Right.
4 pieces instead of all of them.
Yeah. So I did get that full set. I think I got almost 2 sets because I was doing it on multiple characters or something, but not a full 2 sets. I was going to change my outfit too, but I realized like with this one, is it legacy bound? It's probably legacy, so you can move it around. I have a legacy set of Sand People armor, which would have been perfect.
Yeah,
which I really
have
like.
that too.
But
I was going to put it on Shay, but I couldn't find it fast enough, and I gave up.
yeah, I don't have it. It's not in collections, so and I'm sure I don't have it in legacy storage. So I guess I will just have to go with my keep my regular armor on. I won't blend.
Well, I don't really blend, but this is like nostalgia Tatooine gear.
Yeah, it is. I remember jumping into the Sarlacc pit wearing that armor.
So to catch us up on the story, though, I believe we're here to pursue some artifacts.
Yeah, more artifacts. That's a Zash special. She's wanting us to get all these artifacts. So this is our second pair of planets, right? So we had our first pair of planets. We had to go back to Korriban in between. And now we've got our second pair of planets, which are Tatooine and Alderaan. Remember, you do get 2 at a time. If you check the galactic map and click in on the planet, it will tell you the level range that planet is intended for. That doesn't mean you couldn't do it before or after. Also, since we're over leveled, we could start anywhere. We could do these out of order, but the level range order then makes it look like Tatooine is next because it's 24 to 28, and then Alderaan is 28 to 32. Just something to check out there. So Zash sent us here. I think one of the names in Zash's Andronikos. We're supposed to go talk to some guy named Andronikos while we're here, which is obviously one of the key companions that are part of the story. So that means we're probably going to pick up Andronikos by the end of this planet, is what I'm thinking. So let's talk to Cavan Ape here and see what he's got to say.
Have you heard of a pirate named Andronicus Revel?
I forgot Andronikos was a pirate.
Yeah.
Dark side choices. So he said Tatooine's not much of a place, but keep your nose clean anyway. I'm not really going to tell you much, so now we get to shock him.
I don't like it when people lie to me.
Kemval approves. All right. So maybe Andronikos Revel. They were saying Revel. But you don't want anything to do with that guy, believe me. Really? Do I look like somebody who's going to have a problem with anyone? And why not?
You'd better make this good.
Here he shows up at the cantina, but I'm warning you, he's crazy. He don't talk to nobody. He don't talk to nobody. Don't drink. All right. Scares everyone to death, but you didn't hear from me. I have some audio somewhere here from Andronikos. Oh, that's a pretty good little audio clip that I used to play, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. Andronikos. What did Andronikos say?
I'll be done in no time.
Oh, that's a good one. And I had another one. Oh, here. This one where he was angry about sticking him in an escape pod. It was sort of, this would fit with the show.
Your artifact. I don't have it, and I'm glad. I floated 10 days in a disabled escape pod on account of that hunk of rock.
There you go. So we're probably gonna hear. I think I just spoiler. I just gave away what we're here to hear about. All right. So where do we got to go to this cantina? Sounds like a cantina. Cantinas on Tatooine? Impossible. So 5.6.1 dropped while we're traveling to the cantina here. We can talk about that. There's a new war zone that is part of what's in 5.6.1. Have you been tearing it up in the new war zone?
It up?
Seema?
You know it. No, I haven't.
So I have not seen it yet. I have been busy with other things and have not gotten in the war zone. So it's a Yavin 4 war zone. It's supposed to be pretty interesting. I'll have to get in there and check it out. Double XP is back. We are certainly, everyone's having fun with that. Mostly double CXP. So double XP is fine. You need to level up some characters. Most of us have all of our characters that we want leveled up. Having double CXP and putting a bunch of command ranks on your high-level characters is what everybody's trying to do this week, I think. And that's going to last until January 1st. Probably even past January 1st, I would bet, because they're not going to come in on January 1st to shut it off.
No, they probably aren't.
No, we said January 1st. Eric, you get in there. You got to go turn it off. Yeah, that's not going to happen. All right.
Come on, don't be shy. Get up there.
I'm fine down here, thank you.
Ah, don't be like that.
I like the side conversations. You hear that?
Squad tradition.
Yeah.
Saying you've all
Yeah.
cavorted around on stage like a bunch of loons?
If we say yes, will you do it?
No, but it'll make for an interesting report to the commander.
So there's some soldiers sitting here at a table, and they're trying to get one of them to get up and dance. All right, Reg or Reg? We got to talk to Reg and find out where Andronikos is hiding.
I'm looking for a pirate named Andronikos Revel.
Look, even if I knew him, I wouldn't tell you where he is. Customers don't like bartenders, blah, de, blah, de, blah. You're going the right way for a shocking. Where's my... Oh, there. This is a peaceful establishment. We don't want any trouble. So buy a drink, enjoy yourself, but don't start nothing. That's really up to you, buddy.
I won't start anything if you tell me what I want to know.
No, I'm not going to let this go. He's claiming you never heard of them. Okay. Yep, told you. It's time for a shocking.
Tell me where Andronikos Revel is.
I just shock everybody.
Oh.
Just don't ever do that. All right, I'll tell you what you want. Just don't ever do that again. Talk.
Don't let it get stuck in your throat. Speak.
Kemval approves. Andronikos keeps a room upstairs. He likes his privacy. I like my privacy, donkey. Great. Bug him at your own risk. He's up in his room. We can go check it out. Cool. All right. Let's go check out if he's up in his room, which I don't think he is, because I think we end up having to wander around on this planet for a little while before we find him. But
I wouldn't be surprised.
it's worth a shot. Pop in this room. Get another little cutscene. What do we got?
Andronicus Revel. I believe you have the artifact I'm looking
Oh,
for.
no, he is. He's sitting right here.
Folks aren't supposed to know I'm here.
I'm sorry, Andronicus. It was that damn...
No, we have to go find the artifact.
Take
That's what we
care
need
of
to do. Take care of it.
Now, Sith, your artifact. I don't have it, I'm glad. Thing drove my crew insane. They mutinied. I floated 10 days in a disabled
Oh, I
escape
edited
pod and
it.
spent 30 more in Imperial lockup on account of that hunk of
That's
rock.
impressive.
Wow, I did a nice little edit job there.
I'm only interested in the artifact.
And I couldn't care less
I always
about
have an
it.
angry face
But
these
maybe
days.
we could help each other out.
I'm so dark.
The guy who has your artifact is the guy I'm on Tatooine to kill. Silas Wilkes. My old first mate. He started the mutiny, then tossed me into space. Now he's an exchange big shot. He's got your Sith toy.
All right. So this was the deal. We're here to get the artifact. We're going to get some help, I think, from Andronikos. And then, you know, obviously, with the way companions work, you pick him up by the end. We should work
And he wants to
together.
kill this guy, but I have a feeling you're going to kill him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I
just think it might go that way.
Glad you see it that way. It'll take both of us to get Wilkes.
Why would it take both
I've
of
been
us to get
chasing
Wilkes?
Wilkes halfway across the galaxy. Stole my favorite blasters, not to mention my pride. Lucky thing I got a contact inside the exchange. Only I can't exactly just stroll into the exchange base.
I can.
The exchange doesn't scare me.
They don't scare me either. Only I can't shoot lightning from my fingertips. Contact's name is Casey Ricks. Old friend who used to be part of my
So the
crew.
chat room's asking, is that the male bounty hunter?
Doesn't exactly
No,
know
this is
here.
the
She's sure to know where
Inquisitor
Wilkes is hiding.
story.
Some of you know me,
This
she'll tell you
Sork
everything.
story. Sork or
I think
assassin.
they might
you would
mean the
come
voice,
here.
though.
Oh.
The voice actor. I don't know.
No. It does its other voices too, but it's not the bounty hunter voice. Pretty sure it's not. If somebody could look that up, that would be cool.
I don't care if she is a friend of yours. If she doesn't give me what I want.
Don't worry about it. Casey's good people. You get that information, you can do what you want with it. But I'd appreciate it if you came back here first.
All right.
Me and Wilkes are long overdue for a talk.
All right. Casey Rex. We get to go talk to Casey Rex. Casey Rex. That's a good name, Casey Rex. Where did he say Casey was? Probably somewhere far away. She's just over in outside of town. All right, let's go track down Casey Rex. Another thing, that's not the right way. Another thing that I thought was interesting in the 5.6.1 patch was that they nerfed Capero, the flashpoint.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of part of the reason why we wanted to try it on Thursday last week.
Yep.
Is just
Get a feel for
to be
it.
able to compare.
See what
Yeah.
it was like. I'm glad we did do it. The biggest problem is just that it's a ton of trash, especially that first. It's sort of like the first half is just unbelievable amounts of ads everywhere. So they said they were going to take some of those out. Bosses have had their health significantly reduced in story and solo, and slightly reduced in veteran and master. Number of enemies has been reduced throughout the flashpoint.
I think that last one will make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, because that's, you sort of get the point after you kill the umpteenth pack of mobs. And then they changed some of the abilities of each of the bosses so that you have a little bit of warning instead of a bunch of instacast unavoidable damage. You got a little bit of warning of stuff coming up, so that's going to help. Chat room says veteran mode is still a pain. I would expect master mode to still be a challenge, but it is pretty much worth it. And I'm gonna try to get some teams to be running it, even if you just want to run it for some credits. Those 230 augments are selling for quite a nice chunk of change on the GTN right now, and that crafting material you get at the end, as I said, is a nice chunk of change as well. If you have a crafter friend and you can put together the materials from the ranked PvP, which I wish there was another way to get them besides having to do ranked PvP, but if you can get your hands on those, then you can get the new high-end augments made. All right, let's say hi to Casey Ricks.
Casey Ricks. Andronicus sent me. He said you know where to find Silas Wilkes.
Andronicus? You mean he's out of prison? You doing all right? And he's after Wilkes. Figures. Andronicus doesn't really...
I want Casey Ricks as a companion.
Forget. Hey, you're not planning to harm him, are you?
No, no way.
Don't worry.
We'll never harm him.
Kimball disapproved of me saying that.
I'll tell you where to find that son of a hut. In fact, I'll make sure he's there so you can kill him. Wilkes's base is hidden out of Ether's view.
Wait, I thought she didn't want me to hurt him. What did she just say? Andronicus will know what I mean. Really?
You sure Andronicus will know?
Out of Ether's view is pirate slang. Let me call Wilkes. Make sure he stays put. It'd be a shame for you to storm HQ while he's out.
No tricky business.
Anything you'll regret.
Like warn Wilkes? We both know that'd be suicide.
That's right.
Casey, sweetheart, got something to report? Andronicus hasn't turned up, has he?
Oh, sigh. What do I have to do to make you stop worrying about Andronicus?
Well, I could think of a few things.
Jaxo, yes. Chat room, we all want Jaxo as a companion. She was really cool.
Free in, say, a couple
Yeah,
hours?
I agree.
We could talk about it in person.
I always have time for you. I'll be right here, sweetheart, whenever you're ready.
Ugh, I hate that guy. Andronicus never went for that eyelash batting junk, but Wilkes is there. So hurry up and kill him.
I guess she doesn't mind if we kill him.
No.
No, apparently not. I thought she was saying she did mind.
Tears when he's gone, to say the least.
No, she was saying kill him. All right, fine. Yeah, Jaxo. So there was a glitch at one point with Jaxo, where even if you had finished your class story, so this was early on, like in year 1. Even if you had finished your class story, we got to go back to the cantina, which we can probably just quick travel there. Why do I not have a... Yeah, Stilt Shift Cantina. Let's just quick travel to the cantina. There was some sort of glitch that reset the Jaxo mission. So on my trooper, which is my second main, it's my main on the Republic side, I still have the Jaxo mission, so I can still visit Jaxo anytime I want. If you know what I mean.
Wink,
Wink,
nudge,
wink, nudge, nudge. Wink's as good as a nod to a blind man. Yes. Let's go back to Andronicus. Give him the secret.
Wait, are we
passcode.
reporting back to it?
Yeah.
What are we? His
His
little gophers?
Wilkes finds out I'm here.
She's gave us some code to tell him to find out what where this Wilkes guy is. I know where he is. I've done this before. Can't I just skip ahead?
About time, Sith. This room's feeling a lot like that escape pod. Make me happy. Tell me
Escape pods. This is our mission. She gave me a cryptic message. Tell me what this
Casey said
means.
Wilkes was out of Ether's view.
Ether.
Ether.
What is ether?
Out of Ether's view, huh? Spineless son
Don't
of a
correct my
bitch.
pronunciation. I said ether.
Zap.
Yeah, can't I shock him? Hiding underground. Fine. What are we waiting for? Let's just
Wilkes
go.
is a dead man.
There's a system of caves on the other side of the abandoned farm
All
settlement.
right, fine.
I wager that's what Casey meant.
All right, I'm
The
going.
sooner I get this done, the better.
Just hold on one moment. I'm going with you.
All right, Andy.
You've outlived your usefulness.
Well, it so happens Casey's looking out for me. She encrypted the entry code to Wilkes' base on his datapad. You don't know how to decrypt it, but I do. I've chased him too far to let someone else kill him.
Revenge is revenge, I guess.
Thanks.
I just
blast
threatened him.
Wilkes for every day I spent floating in that escape pod.
All right, escape pod, escape pod, escape pod.
Bones.
All right, can we go? My master, what is this? Why would you abandon Kimball, servant of the great Tulak horde, for some weak human? This is temporary, Kem.
I need him to find the artifact.
Kimball approves.
Why does he think we're going to forget him? He's so insecure.
Yeah, this is being a little needy there, Kem. Patience.
I promise this is only for a short time.
Now he disapproves. Get a move on there. Get up on out of there, Kimball. We got work to do. Okay. Access Wilkes' base. Now, if I remember, this is out in the desert. So let's see where it's going to take us at this point. I really like Tatooine.
I do too.
It is very iconic. The fact that there is the Sarlacc pit is here and you can go visit that and jump in it. The fact that it's got the cantinas and Mos Eisley and you can ride through the town. It's one of my, I would say one of my favorite, maybe number one, and just in terms of iconic Star Wars-y planets, just because the whole New Hope nostalgia. But Hoth is really high up there for me too.
I really love Hoth. I love the look of Hoth and everything.
And the Wampas.
I love how
and
huge it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, Hoth was. You're right. The first time you went to Hoth, you just got the sense of it was just immense. I mean, it felt like a planet. I was so used to MMOs having, zones and areas that, just weren't that big. They big enough. They were what they were. And then I came into Star Wars: The Old Republic, and just walking through the spaceport felt bigger than like the major town in every other MMO that I had ever been in. Just the whole place just felt big. And then Hoth, more than anything else, especially back in the beginning, you had to make sure you got your upgraded speed traveling by the time you got to Hoth, because there was a lot of distance to cover and you didn't want to be slow boating it. Alright. Wilkes' base. Subtitle, Vengeance. Sweet. Oh wait, so do we have Andronikos as a companion? Yeah, there he is. What's up, Andy?
Not your time yet.
Hey, Andy. Say something. He's not saying anything. Too bad. Let's go.
He's a potential love interest for
Romanceable
female
companion. Yeah, you're right.
Sith. Yeah.
Do you ever romance him?
No.
Oh, I just leveled up. I like leveling up on exploration experience. I always have in any MMO.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I like it, and I like that moment too when you get the achievement for discovering that last scrap of any zone that you didn't even realize you didn't know.
Yeah, and then
like you get
the
it because you fell off a cliff or something. Yeah.
I did not romance Andronikos either on any of my characters. I don't think I romanced any dude on any of my characters. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just apparently never got around to it. Are we going the right way? So this is... You gotta be careful.
That does not seem like the right way where you're going right now.
Well, you gotta...
Oh. It might be.
No, I think it is. So you gotta be careful in some of these areas. Is that another speeder point? What is... Not to go through, like if you're on the Imperial side, not to go through a Republic base, because that's problematic. Yeah, why did we end up here? Have you ever done that, where you're...
Yeah, I've done that on both sides in every game.
You're just looking at the map, you're trying to go...
Or
no,
you've
we're
just
okay.
turned away for whatever reason, and then you're
I
auto
remember this.
running or
There's
whatever.
sand people. They popped up. Quick, outrun them before they dismount us. I like that. I like that little effect. Did you see how they popped up out of the ground?
Yep.
Just randomly as you're driving by.
I like it now.
Yeah, at level when they were...
First time I came through here at level, I did not like
they
it.
were, like killing you. So all these people are working for Wilkes or whatever? Well, you're gonna get a... Gonna get a little bit of lightning in your face. Sith Inquisitor phase. Yeah, this is Wilkes' base, but there's like a whole bunch of dudes in here. I keep saying the word dude a lot today, don't I?
In your base, killing your dudes.
Are you in here? Oh, there you are. Is there like a... There's a bonus for killing these guys. I'm not really interested, though. I think this is locked. Is it locked? Locked. We have to kill these two. Okay, secret code time. Andronikos is messing with the keypad.
Blast Wilkes to pieces just as soon as we find him.
I gotta take up smoking. It's an awesome voice.
To have a more interesting voice.
I'm gonna blast Wilkes to pieces as soon as I find him. That was terrible. Silas Wilkes.
Well, Andronicus Revel. I'm surprised they let
Revel.
you out of Imperial prison. And you brought a Sith to help you. How cute. But see these guys? They'll crush you and your Sith.
Why do people think that?
Only making this
It never
more
happens that way.
Let me guess. You're here for the artifact. The one the Empire was so keen on getting just before I crushed Andronicus. Would you believe he called me a nobody? A worthless, mangy, skinny little nobody?
Alright.
So I took his ship, his crew, his cargo, his blasters, and what else? Oh, his girl. Who's nobody
Nikki.
now, Nikki?
Your throat.
That's a good one.
Try to scream.
Let's talk more killing. Just kill him.
All of this chatter is making me bloodthirsty.
You'll never beat me, and you'll never get your
Yeah,
artifact.
this fight's gonna last like
Kill the Sith
10
and
seconds.
Keep Andronicus alive. I'll want to play with him a little longer.
It's like people haven't heard of Sith or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you even like do any damage to anyone there, Silas Wilkes?
You idiots! You'll never get it now. Not the artifact, not the blasters, nothing.
Enough of your secrets.
Now tell us where they are.
You're so stupid. The great Andronicus Rebel chases me across 5 planets only to fail.
Okay.
Even gets a Sith on his side, and they both fail.
Yeah, it's some shocking time.
The artifact. It's cursed. It's cursed.
Yeah, I figured that one out.
They took it, just like I took it from you. Took it all.
Who took it? Now we gotta go shock. I do get to shock him. Why don't I just start with the shocks?
Chase them if you like. They went out into the deep desert.
I thought we
The
had to go
deep
out there.
desert.
No, the sand people will eat you before you ever catch them.
I've heard enough. Now give me one good
Oh.
reason not to blast your teeth through the back
I
of
should
your
at least
skull.
be. I'm finished. Kill Wilkes. Calm down, Andronicos. Yes, please kill him. No, Darkseid does I kill
I
him.
have no more use for this one.
I kill him with my lightsaber. I don't just lightning him.
What did you do that for? That was supposed to be my revenge.
Did
'Cause I
ask
felt
for
like it.
your opinion?
You knew I wanted to be the one to kill him. You're... never mind. Let's just go.
Yep, let's go. See, I've never done enough of the dark
Lost
side
your
to see
artifact
how
and
the
my special-made blasters.
companions
Just wait
react
until I
to
get
all
my
the dark
blaster
side stuff.
pointed at
So,
those thieves.
you know, Andronicos I know can go pretty dark himself, but here's a situation where me going dark side upset him, which
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But it
let's go
didn't.
then.
It wasn't because it was dark. It was because he wanted to do it.
The
Yeah.
sooner we get out there, the better chance we have of showing them thieves what's...
All right. Cool. All right, all right. Now where do we gotta go? Dune Sea. Can we quick travel somewhere? Yeah, let's quick travel to Mos Anik. Chat room's asking, did we get the traditional Jedi robes? Was that important to us? Did you get them, Seema?
I have not. No.
I have not either. It was not important to me.
At your service, my lord.
Outpost
Do they make
Zeroshi
your butt
speeder.
look big?
Route is confirmed.
Do you remember that? The whole kerfuffle over the big butt.
Well, yeah. It's still a problem.
It's less of a problem than it was at launch or in beta.
Okay. There's still things I put on. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not wearing that.
Don't you remember that in beta where it was like a bigger problem, no pun intended?
Wait, where'd you go?
Zeroshi. Outpost Zeroshi
Oh,
via speeder. And here we are on the edge of the Dune Sea. Also in the Dune Sea, I like the other Tatooine features. I like the balloon ride. I like the Jawa scrap.
I like the balloon ride too. I don't know. I think there must be something wrong with me.
I think it was just a cool thing, a cool sort of Easter eggy kind of thing. Oh,
Well, I mean, you
remember what
had to write it if you were going to do the one Datacron,
Yeah.
and people just hated it
Although
because you had to wait 20 minutes for it.
that was back in the day when you could do not pets. What am I trying to get? Mounts. Where you had to do datacrons on every character, which
Right.
I missed to some degree. I missed that just a
I
little
kind
bit.
of miss that too. Yeah, that was kind of a fun sort of mini game. For me, it was. I know a lot of people, it was just frustration.
Especially like that terrible +10 endurance one on Makeb.
Oh my God, yeah.
I like the fleet one because we used to do that as a guild event. All right, so we got to go this
Right.
way. We go this way. But the way I always did on probably 10 characters, the way I always did the balloon datacron here was not by riding the balloon. I rode the balloon for fun a couple times, but you can do that datacron with clever use of knockbacks and
Yes, yeah,
that
we
kind of
got.
thing.
I got it that way on a couple characters, but I did it the long way on most characters.
Bonus is to defeat 20 sand people. Do you have to kill them all? Not just the men, but the women and children too? Anakin? What was that? What ability was that looking for? We don't need to kill them all. We're just trying to find the artifact. We're so over-leveled, we can just skip all the bonuses.
Pardon me.
Oh, you okay there?
Yep. All the sand, you know.
It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere. I know what you mean. I hate it too. Now what I'm reading a data pad that says blah blah blah. We've been forced to Narek to continue. Okay, so this is them going crazy while they're in possession of the artifact. These people who stole it. So we're reading a data pad that telling us where they went. We're still alive. We plan to head north. Okay. So we're trying to chase down these.
According to this data pad,
Yes, the thieves headed in this direction. Thank you, Andronikos. I can read as well. All right. To the northwest. Oops, wrong mount. Planet-specific mount. Now I'm riding my my
Bantha.
Gorfa Bantha. I always
He's
liked
so
how the
cute.
Banthas sort of. I liked how they move.
Yeah,
They look
and
really
it
good
kind
when
of
they
reminds
jump.
me of those. It kind of reminds me of those breeds of dog that their hair is so long you can't even see their legs moving when they walk.
Mm-hmm. The chat room is shouting out more lines from. They said I was supposed to bring balance to the Force. Have you ever heard the story of Max the Grey? It's not one the Jedi would tell you.
I feel like there should be some theme music coming in right now. The story of Max the Grey.
How do you get a bantha? How do you get a bantha? First, mommy and daddy bantha love each other very much. Yeah, I think it was Cartel Market back in the day. Look, we get more sand people to kill.
how's this for shooting?
Where's Seema?
Oh, I'm coming. I stopped for some herbs.
Oh, this
For
mystic
some
is healing.
bioanalysts.
Don't heal. Kill the mystics first. Well, they certainly sound like. Oh, who's killing us now? Are you just killing all of them?
They were standing there.
Did they look at you funny? There. Now we did finish the bonus. First
And maybe,
Narek, then
maybe you'll
Jack,
catch up to me in level now.
then Hayes, now Ford. I think Paul is trying to kill me. He said the same people who got him. He's lying. I can't tell. He killed them while they slept. Hayes because he had the artifact. Jack because he accused Paul of killing Hayes. Mm-hmm. They're going crazy. Continue deeper into the Dune Sea. Further towards the north. Oh, they do respawn quick. The chat was saying that little camp, the Sand people respawn really quick. Oh, and this is another part of my favorite elements of the Dune Sea, the crate dragon skeleton, crate dragon
Yes,
graveyard.
the giant skeleton.
We have an old launch guild picture of about 100 people all lined up along the skeleton. That was pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. I always thought that would be cool to have a boss fight with a crate dragon that was that big.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That's pretty awesome. Oh, I'm on the wrong mount again. Here's a bantha. Alright. These guys need a pummeling.
Not your time yet.
Why do I have Andronicos set to heal? That's not right. Set to damage. There you go. Do something useful. So I know you've talked about this before, Seema. What do you usually set as a healer? Do you usually set your companions to damage or to tanking while you're leveling?
These days, always to damage. In the early days of the game, I used to use tank companions a lot more. Well, I mean, my first character was a sage.
Yeah.
And the first companion you get is Kaizen Fest, who's a tank. So
right.
That kind of. And then the next one you get is a healer, which was no use to me either. So I had a tank for a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, but nowadays I always just do damage.
Yeah, I do damage.
Because I mean,
often.
Really, nothing hurts us. So.
I do damage unless I'm doing like boss fights, soloing hard content. Then I'll switch stuff to healer. But yeah. Oops.
The thieves ran right into the beast's mouth.
All right.
People camps.
Yeah, this is like our 5th Sand People camp. That's your insight here, Nikki. Is that what we're calling him? Where do we gotta go now? Further north. Not too far from. Well, there's the Republic base for one. But not too far from the. Maybe we'll finish tonight by jumping in the Sarlacc pit.
Sarlacc pit. Good idea.
So this is the Republic base. If you are into Conquest, this Republic base out here in the Dune Sea is where one of the Conquest commanders typically spawns, who I do not see at the moment. He's usually, if he's up, he would be right inside there between those 2 militia droids. So that's a place to check if you're looking for Conquest commanders. Those Conquest commanders, if they're unnamed, they can drop encryptions. If they're named, they can drop frameworks. You need frameworks to be, so 50 encryptions or so gets you a framework, and a couple frameworks is what you need to be unlocking different pieces of your guild ship. You can also sell them for a good amount on the Galactic Trade Network. So it's worthwhile to go and do regardless. So we are getting into this last Sand People camp. Hopefully we'll find the artifact in here. So did the Sand People steal it? They probably did. Alright. Blood Spiller. And level 31. Just cranking through those levels. Okay, here we go. And here's Paul, This was the last of the crew. Paul was the last person alive from Wilkes's crew that ventured out into the Dune Sea. His corpse is sitting here on the ground.
Idiotic, nerve-hurting sons of huts. Got away.
Not exactly. Calm down.
Got away by dying.
I can shock. I think I'm going to shock Andronikos. Calm down and then shock him. All right. Well, dark side. I'm dark side, so apparently that's what I'm going to do.
Snap out of it.
There. He disapproved of that.
Next time, just slap me in the face, okay? Damn crazy Sith.
Should I say sorry? I can say, excuse me.
What did you call me?
Damn crazy Sith. Not surprised, though. I saw how you guys work in Imperial prison. A Sith torturer with a collection of prisoners' fingernails gets zapped because Darth so-and-so doesn't like how he looks. Sickest monsters in the galaxy, the Sith.
If it disgusts you, why did you work with me?
That's my business, ain't it? Let's just forget I said anything, huh?
I never forget.
You won't get off that easily.
Then I'll be sure to watch my back. Now, are we gonna get off this rock or what?
I still have business to finish here.
Well, when you do fly, mind taking me along?
So did we get the
I'm a
artifact?
damn good pilot, and I've got contacts a Sith will never make on his own. It'll be your show, no questions asked.
Sure. Come be the
You
pilot.
have no intention of letting this drop, do you?
Well, then let's get off this rock, huh?
I didn't catch that. Did we get the artifact?
And why does he want to come with us when he's convinced that we're the sickest monsters in the galaxy?
Yeah, I don't know. Go to your... Okay, so this is one of those instances where it says go to your ship's hangar on Tatooine. Notice it doesn't say fly, go talk to your holo terminal. Don't, go to Dromakas. That means on your way, something is probably going to happen. But before we do that, we are coming to the end of our time. Why don't we go jump in
Sarlacc Pit.
Sarlacc Pit and wrap it up for the evening. Quick thing from the chat room. There is the anniversary vendor that is up currently.
Oh, right.
If you go to that anniversary vendor in the supplies section of the fleet, there are good things that await you there. Is the stuff free? I didn't look. People were talking about it earlier tonight in Guild during Mandatory Fun Night. They were out there picking things up. Is it all free? Is it cheap? What's the deal? So there's new character flair and a deco and some other decorations and cool stuff. All free. So chat room is saying it's free. So awesome. Game on. This crash site here on Tatooine, this is where part of that event was. They should rerun those events. They've got all the assets. I'm lost. Where's the...
Right. I think what the problem with that event for BioWare was that it was highly customized and not easily repeatable the way they designed it. So
Right, it was not. They have talked since about ensuring that the way they design events that they will be repeatable from here on, which you can tell is the case from the Gree and the Rakghoul and that kind of thing. Look out here in the distance. There is a...
It's guarded by pigmen.
It is. And this is a heroic area. Somebody's out here fighting... fighting... Oh, that Takor the Terrible. Let's kill these guys.
I used to come out here and get that chest.
Yeah. They did it. Codex entry the Sarlacc Pit. So Platt O'Keefe You're not going to jump in, Platt O'Keefe? Oh, Seema jumped in. You got to be fast if you're going to make it all the way to the bottom. Force speed.
New codex entry, worm food.
Yes, codex entry. That's why you want to do this. So you jump in there. Codex entry, worm food.
Zen says to read the codex.
Read the codex. Zen is the codex master. Maybe we'll have a whole week of just reading codex entries sometime on the podcast. But not tonight. Someday, and that day may never come, we will read codex entries for an entire podcast. But today is not that day. Okay. So I know we need to go to our ship's hangar. I know we're running late, but let's go to the hangar because we can just quick travel back. We got to quick travel all the way to the cantina and then run out to the hangar. Let's do that and then we'll wrap it up. Because then we'll be done with Tatooine, which was a pretty good run for the night.
So where did you say to go? I was reading the codex.
The cantina. You Zen in the chat room is still saying read the codex entry. I think he wants you to read it out loud. The cantina, Silt Shift Cantina in Mos Eisley.
Gotcha.
And then we will haul ourselves down to the.
Oh, I knew it.
hangar.
So the Capital World Strongholds for 6 credits. See, I saved money by doing it last year, and they were 5 credits.
Right. Yes, you did. Seema went to like all the servers and all the characters and all the servers and got it at 5 credits to save that 1 credit.
Such a deal. And that's why I now have 5 pages of strongholds.
I know. Did you start deactivating some of those extra strongholds?
No, I just get annoyed because I have to keep going page after page to get to the ones I want to go to.
Yeah. Okay. So here, where are you? Should I wait for
I'm in the cantina. Oh, you went to the spaceport?
Here, why don't I just bring you right here?
Okay.
Bang. Hello, Seema Zing. All right.
Hello.
Come on in. Come visit my ship hangar, and maybe we'll still get the artifact. I noticed they turned on in some of these ship hangars the ability to continue to ride your mount, which I thought was interesting. You must have Andronikos with you to do this. I bet if I dismount, Andronikos will show up. There he is. Hey, Casey Ricks.
Hey, Nikki.
So you beat Wilkes and made it out of the desert alive, huh?
Yep.
Wilkes doesn't surprise me, but when I heard you were heading for the desert, well, I wasn't expecting to see either of you again.
Andronicus turned out to be an okay fighter after all.
Better than okay, huh? I got my share of them sand people.
Wasn't meant as an insult. There's lots of stuff in that desert that can't be fought, and it's just as deadly. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad you came, because it gives me a chance to thank you for taking out that runt.
Yeah,
Wilkes.
what about our
Senior
artifact?
leadership, maybe the exchange on Tatooine can move ahead for a change.
Have fun.
Good luck with that.
Thanks. I'm hopeful. And Andronikos, I'm sorry.
It's all right, huh? We wouldn't have worked out anyway. All that shouting and throwing stuff. Somebody was bound to get hurt.
Okay, so this is just the wrap up with Casey Ricks. Good luck out there. Yes. Let's go cause some trouble.
Murder and mayhem await.
I get the feeling we're gonna make a damn good team, you and me. Let's get off this rock, huh?
You already said that. Okay. And with that, we are wrapped up with Tatooine. Next is to use our ship's holo terminal, which I'm assured that Zash will have something to say about our adventures here on Tatooine. And next time we'll either be on Alderaan or we'll be at one of the flashpoints that happens in between. We got to remember
Yeah.
that those flashpoints do come along the way. While you're on the planets, you'll often see an astromech that tells you to go back to the fleet and talk to somebody, or get a holo communication from someone. That's the lead-ins, the breadcrumbs to get to those flashpoint missions along the way. So that's pretty cool too. But I think that is it for now. So with that, we will wrap up, and our EPC 223 droid here will be ready to broadcast this podcast to all of you. Please keep up with us on Twitter at MaxTheGray and at AIESEMA. Subscribe, follow, bookmark us in all the places like newoverlords.com, on iTunes, YouTube, and Twitch. And certainly come find us on Starforge, our new home. Or check out our guild on AIE-guild.org, and we'll get you an AIE Guild invite. We'd love to have you come play with us. And we will talk to you soon.
Later, everyone.